All right, ladies, we are approaching the end. You have reached trimester 3. Can you believe that? I promise you, I feel like we just zoomed past the second trimester. But this third trimester is all about delivering that business baby. But before I talk to you about what your focus needs to be to hit your master goal, which is launching your funnel, right? Before we talk through that, whether that's the VA side of it or the entrepreneurship side of it, that you're going to have a funnel that's going to allow you to be able to get you work now and get you some income in now, right? So before I do that, though, I want to recap so that we're on the same page. I want to take you through everything that you should have accomplished thus far. So with the work-life harmony method, as you see, we have our new logo. The left side of the heart is representing the three different elements, okay? So everything about your life's work. That's what you're doing. So whether your life work involves a message of sending organization and peace to entrepreneurs by doing VA work for them, or maybe you have a message to bring forth a sense of entertainment in the entertainment industry, pure entertainment, or to be able to get a message through the entertainment industry in some form, or maybe it's politics, or maybe it's in the realm of education, wherever your message is. Our goal is to be able to position you with a digital product that you can leverage in the online space. Okay, so this is all about your life's work. Okay. Okay, so with that, those three elements are what I call the 3C principle of business. That's convey, connect, say it with me. What's the last one? You should know this. This is all recap stuff, ladies. That's right, convert. Okay, here's my philosophy. If you learn as a business owner how to convey your message clearly, connect with the right audience, so we talked about that, you will convert them from a consumer of your free information to an actual customer. What do I mean by that? Convey. We talked about this with Jody, right? Jody helped us to really understand how do we convey our message clearly. And first, before we can convey our message, we have to first do some internal work. So she also spent some time with us being able to really articulate what is it that we see, what is it that we're wanting, so that we then can share that with the world in a form of a message. So Jody helped us to do that. Thank you, Jody. So we did that, check. And then we went over here to connect. So we had two elements of connecting. And Ellen helped us by helping to choose your profit platform. So we talked a lot about the social media platforms that exist and helping you to identify what is your primary platform. Where are you going to dominate your business message? Where does your message live? And you have to make sure that you're conveying your message to the right audience, but also in the right location. Okay, so we did that with Ellen. Thank you, Ellen. And then Tammy took it on by taking us to a deeper level by showing us how to have deeper connections with the ones we love most. So then you were able to really break down the whole concept of family and taking these challenges along the way to allow you to be able to do some research about your client by blending that time with your family. So thank you, Tammy, for that. And then we went over here to convert. And that's really where we're sitting at now in the trimester 3, because we're going to be talking through converting. Now, when you're talking about converting, you're really learning how do you get information out in a way that triggers a person to say, I need that. What she has, I need that. Because oftentimes what happens is that we give and give and give of our valuable information. And a lot of times we're doing stuff for free, or we don't have the right price point on things. So we're selling things, but we're not making a true revenue. So this shows you how to position yourself where you're converting into cash flow, right, for yourself to go back and invest in your business and to really just create a more quality life for yourself. And so you're going to hear from Chris this week. And Chris is talking about how to be a trusted advisor. How do you get to that space with your ideal audience where they trust you and they like you and they feel like they know you? Because in this world of social media marketing, it's not about the celebrities anymore. Back a few years back, if you didn't have a celebrity and you didn't have a entertainment deal, then you weren't going to be able to be known. Now you can be known right here on social media. Average person just like you is now in position to be known. And that's what we call the know, like, and trust factor. What does it take to be known? Showing up every day online, right? We talked about that, the importance of being consistent online. Showing up, putting a word of inspiration, being funny, making somebody laugh, making the day, adding value with education, and giving inspiration, right? And so we talked to you about that. Now we're going to dive a little bit deeper as it relates to your funnel, because there's a different type of converting when you're talking about converting online. And when you have an online business through a funnel, like what we're teaching you, this is what the big business people do, right? They have funnels. They don't just have hobbies. They have businesses that are hinged on the funnel. Remember, the funnel is like the umbilical cord of the baby. So with the funnel, where a lot of that converting happens is actually in the emails. That's like the secret sauce. You don't really have an opportunity to convert in person the way things used to be in the past. So I want you to experience this email copy that you're going to be hearing about. That's where a lot of that conversation is happening. Also through your social media. That's where small segments of that conversation is happening. But the key is to move them from the rented space that's on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Move them from that rented space that doesn't really belong to you, right? You don't own that space. And transition them over into your email. That is why people always are trying to get you on their email list, right? Building your email list. That is valuable, because once you do that, you build a business that's an asset. And businesses that are assets are businesses that create legacy. So your most important thing, if you don't remember anything else in this course, is that you want to transition the people that you have following you right now on your page, whether it's your business page or your personal page, and get them over to your email. Get their email addresses. Now, how do you get their email addresses? I thought you would never ask. If you caught our last class with Haley, Haley talked to us, right? Thank you, Haley. Haley talked to us about the power of understanding how to attract, to get their attention. I talked to you about the juicy carrot, right? And in trimester 2, about how to get that juicy carrot. That's getting their attention to say, hey, if you give me your email address, I'll give you this. That's really what you're doing. So it has to be something that is so valuable that they would pay for it, right? What is your juicy carrot? That is what you have to have done. So let's put on here. What is your juicy carrot? What is your juicy carrot? By now, you should know what your juicy carrot is. You also will hear me refer to the juicy carrot as your IRO. That's called your irresistible offer. What is your irresistible offer? That's the first thing you want to make sure that you know. Whether you're on the VA side or not, think about it from a VA perspective, because that's going to help Jody to know that you've already thought about it. Think about what your ideal audience in your industry really wants. I talked to you about using some tools, some free tools to figure that out by going to answerthepublic.com, right? By going online and looking at the Facebook transparency. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then go back to Unit 5 and check out that live video where I actually walk you step by step on how to do that. This information is golden because you get to hear what your ideal audience wants. Once you know what they want, you'll be able to connect them and you'll be able to convert them. Okay? So we're doing that. So in the funnel, we're going to talk through emails and copy. Chris is going to really focus in on how to have that elegant sales, because a lot of people don't like sales because their experience has not been a good one. And you don't want to be that person, right? You want to be able to do something that feels like effortless. And you can do that. You can sell effortlessly. You can sell while you're at a kid's birthday party. You can sell while you're enjoying life or out of town, cruising, and getting information out if you know how to do it with elegance. So Chris is going to be talking a little bit about that. And then I'm actually going to be giving you this week some email copy so you can start seeing examples of what it looks like to convert and sell online through conversation. So I call it conversational sales. A lot of times people do informational sales and they're just, hey, we have this sale here, 50% off here. And they're giving you all this information, but it's not hinged on relationships. So conversational sales has everything to do with relationships. And that's why we teach that method instead. Okay? So let's look at what else we did together during our time. This is the right side of the heart. This is all about the life side, right? Everything that involves your life, family, friends, and everything in between, right? This is what makes up everything that you love about your life. And what we did was I took the 3 elements, which is, can you tell me? Boundaries. Can you tell me what the next one is? Exactly, organization. You all know this. And systems. That's right. Boundaries, organization, and systems. My philosophy is this. No matter what problem you have, it's because of a lack of boundaries, a lack of organization, or a lack of systems. So what did we do? In the beginning of this course, thanks to Jody, we were able to dive a little bit deeper into what that looks like. Okay? Where do you need to create more boundaries? Where is that gap that we need to fill? So hopefully at the beginning of this course, you really took that time to be clear about what those boundaries are. Now, the interesting thing is this, is that evaluating your boundaries and really this whole concept of organization and systems, this needs to be done every quarter because every 3 months, every 90 days, they're shifting and evolving as you're shifting and evolving. And that's the power of this Work-Life Harmony Planner. Speaking of that planner, it's been taking a lot from me, but let me tell you, it'll be so worth it when it finally is produced. I'm almost finished. Okay, so we did that there, and then we moved into organization. Okay, this was where we hit the midpoint in the beginning of trimester 2 here. And what we did was we did a deep dive with Jane. Thank you, Jane. And we took on a project. And a lot of us went into our closet and decluttered. I know I did inside of our closet. Some people did some digital declutter and did inside their computer systems. And whatever that was for you, you should have been able to go into that space and get organized. And then at the midway point, we heard from Heidi. Thank you, Heidi. And Heidi did a phenomenal job with helping us break through whatever mental blocks that typically come along at the midway point. And then finally is the systems, where we really dive deep into funnels with Haley and understanding systems and how to run your business so that you are automated and you are delegating so that you can stay in your creative zone. All right, that is it for now. You are in for a treat as we get ready to conclude our session. I'm going to have a template in there for you so that you can know exactly where you are. If you're going to do the PDF, if you're going to do the webinar, if you're going to do the 5-day challenge, you got to choose. If you're going to do VA route or entrepreneurship, we want to make sure that you are clear on where you are at this point. So complete that template. And after you complete that template, be sure to take the course with Chris and be sure to look at those email templates so that you can start creating your own emails. You'll have a special checklist to make sure that you're prepared to have your business baby built and launched so that you can start making profit online. It's been such a pleasure connecting with you, and I look forward to working with you more on the inside. Bye-bye for now.